The unexpected distress call. The vast expanse of space stretched out before Captain Zara Novak as she stood at the helm of the Starlight Voyager. The sleek vessel, a testament to human engineering, glided silently through the star-studded darkness. Zara's piercing green eyes scanned the holographic displays, her short-cropped black hair reflecting the soft blue glow of the ship's instruments. Another quiet day in the void, she murmured to herself, a hint of restlessness in her voice. Zara had always craved adventure, which is what led her to become one of the youngest captains in the Earth Alliance fleet. But lately, their deep space exploration mission had been uneventful. As if in response to her thoughts, a sharp beep cut through the ambient hum of the ship. Zara's first officer, Raj Patel, looked up from his console with a puzzled expression. "Captain, we're picking up a distress signal," Raj reported, his fingers dancing over the holographic interface. "But it's strange. The frequency doesn't match any known configurations in our database." Zara leaned in, her interest piqued. Unknown configuration. Could it be a new alien species? Possibly. Raj nodded, his dark eyes reflecting the excitement that was building in the bridge. "The signal's weak, but I've managed to triangulate its origin. It's coming from a system about 2 light-years from our current position." Zara felt a familiar surge of adrenaline. This was what she had been waiting for. A chance to make a real difference, to explore the unknown. But with that excitement came caution. Unknown signals could mean unknown dangers. "Helm, set a course for the signal's origin," Zara commanded. "But approach with caution. We don't know what we're dealing with here." As the Starlight Voyager altered its course, Zara called a meeting with the senior staff in the ship's conference room. The air was thick with anticipation as she laid out the situation. "Listen up, people," Zara began, her voice firm, but tinged with excitement. "We're potentially dealing with first contact here. This could be the biggest discovery of our careers, but it could also be incredibly dangerous. I need everyone at their best." Dr. Elara Chen, the ship's xenobiologist, spoke up. "Captain, if this is indeed a new species, we need to be prepared for anything. Their biology, their technology, it could all be completely foreign to us." Zara nodded in agreement. "Exactly, Doctor. That's why I want you to prepare for every possible scenario. Work with engineering to ensure our containment protocols are airtight." As the meeting continued, Zara felt a growing sense of anticipation. This was the moment she had dreamed of since she first looked up at the stars as a child. The chance to reach out into the unknown, to bridge the gap between worlds. Hours passed as the Starlight Voyager approached the source of the distress signal. The tension on the bridge was palpable as a small battered ship came into view on their long-range scanners. "Life signs detected," Raj reported, his voice hushed with awe. "Definitely not human, Captain. Their biosignatures are like nothing I've ever seen." Zara leaned forward, her eyes fixed on the viewscreen. "Open a channel. Let's see if we can communicate." For a moment, there was nothing but static. Then suddenly, the viewscreen flickered to life. The image that appeared took Zara's breath away. The beings on the screen were humanoid, but with an ethereal quality that defied description. Their skin shimmered with a soft, bioluminescent glow, and their large, almond-shaped eyes seemed to hold the depths of the cosmos within them. One of the beings stepped forward, its movements graceful despite the obvious distress they were in. When it spoke, the words seemed to form directly in Zara's mind, bypassing the need for verbal communication. "Greetings, travelers," the alien's thoughts resonated within the crew. "We are the Lyrians, and we come to you in desperate need. Our ship has been damaged in an attack by space pirates who seek to exploit our abilities. We beg for your assistance." Zara felt a mix of emotions wash over her, wonder at this incredible first contact, concern for the Lyrians' plight, and a burning desire to help. But she also felt the weight of responsibility. This decision could have far-reaching consequences for humanity. "I am Captain Zara Novak of the Earth Alliance ship Starlight Voyager," she responded, hoping her thoughts were being transmitted as clearly as the Lyrians'. We've received your distress call, and we're here to help. Can you tell us more about these pirates? The Lyrian's expression darkened, a ripple of fear passing across its luminous features. They are a ruthless band, Captain. They seek to capture our people and harness our natural abilities for their own gain. We've managed to evade them for now, but our ship is failing. Without your help, we fear we will not survive. Zara exchanged glances with her crew. The decision before them was monumental. Interfering could draw humanity into an interstellar conflict they knew nothing about. But standing by and allowing these peaceful beings to fall victim to pirates went against everything Zara believed in. With a deep breath, Zara made her choice. "We'll help you," she declared, her voice firm with resolve. "We'll get your people to safety and deal with these pirates if we have to." The relief on the Lyrians' faces was palpable, their bioluminescence brightening with hope. "Thank you, Captain Novak. Your kindness will not be forgotten." As the crew sprang into action, preparing to take on the Lyrian refugees and face the looming threat of the space pirates, Zara felt a mix of excitement and trepidation. They were about to venture into uncharted territory, both literally and figuratively. Little did she know that this decision would not only change the course of her life, but potentially alter the future of human-alien relations forever. As the Starlight Voyager moved to dock with the Lyrian ship, Zara steeled herself for the challenges ahead. Whatever came next, she was determined to protect these newfound allies and show the galaxy what humanity was truly capable of. The adventure was just beginning, and the stars themselves seemed to hold their breath in anticipation of what was to come. Battle in the asteroid field. As the Starlight Voyager maneuvered to dock with the damaged Lyrian vessel, the ship's sensors suddenly blared to life. Rage's hands flew over his console, his face etched with concern. "Captain, multiple ships dropping out of FTL," he shouted. "Configuration matches the Lyrians' description of the pirate vessels. They're on an intercept course." Zara's mind raced, quickly assessing their options. They couldn't abandon the Lyrians, but engaging in a firefight while docked would be suicide. Her eyes scanned the star chart, landing on a dense asteroid field nearby. "Helm, plot a course for that asteroid field," she ordered, her voice steady despite the adrenaline coursing through her veins. "Rage, inform the Lyrians to follow us closely. We're going to use those rocks for cover." As the ships accelerated towards the asteroid field, Zara opened a channel to engineering. "Chief Taurus, I need every ounce of power you can give to our shields and maneuvering thrusters. We're going to thread the needle." "Aye, Captain," came the reply, tinged with a mix of excitement and nervousness. "Routing power now. Just don't scratch the paint job, eh?" The humor, even in the face of danger, brought a small smile to Zara's lips. It was one of the things she loved about her crew, their ability to stay light-hearted in tense situations. As they entered the asteroid field, the view outside became a chaotic dance of spinning rocks and distant stars. The pirate ships followed, their energy weapons lighting up the void as they tried to hit the nimble Earth vessel and its Lyrian companion. "Evasive pattern Delta," Zara commanded. "Let's show these pirates what human pilots can do." The Starlight Voyager weaved through the asteroid field with incredible precision, each movement calculated to put a massive rock between them and their pursuers. The Lyrian ship, guided by the Voyager's navigational data, followed closely behind. Inside the ship, the crew worked with clockwork efficiency. Dr. Chen and her medical team prepared for potential casualties, while the engineering crew, led by Chief Taurus, worked miracles to keep the shields at maximum power. As they delved deeper into the asteroid field, Zara noticed something on the tactical display. "Rage, are you seeing this? The pirates' formation is breaking up." Reg nodded, a glimmer of hope in his eyes. "They can't maintain their coordinated attack in this chaos. Their ships aren't as maneuverable as ours in tight quarters." A plan began to form in Zara's mind. Tactical, arm our new prototype EM pulse generators. Let's give these pirates a taste of human ingenuity. As they rounded a particularly large asteroid, Zara saw their opportunity. "Now, Fire the EM pulse. A wave of electromagnetic energy burst from the Starlight Voyager, spreading out through the asteroid field. The effect on the pirate ships was immediate. Their systems flickered and died, leaving them drifting helplessly among the asteroids. Direct hit, Raj exclaimed. The pirates' primary systems are offline. They're sitting ducks, Captain. Zara allowed herself a momentary smile of triumph before refocusing on the task at hand. Good work, everyone. Now, let's get our new friends to safety before those pirates get their systems back online. As they emerged from the asteroid field, the Lyrian ship finally docked with the Starlight Voyager. Zara, along with Dr. Chen and a security detail, made their way to the airlock to greet their new allies. The inner door slid open, revealing a group of Lyrians. Up close, their otherworldly beauty was even more striking. Their skin seemed to shimmer with an inner light, and their eyes held a depth of wisdom that made Zara feel both awed and slightly unsettled. The lead Lyrian stepped forward, its movements fluid and graceful. Captain Novak, it communicated telepathically, "We cannot thank you enough for your bravery and quick thinking. I am Zilvarin, leader of this group. We owe you our lives." Zara nodded, still marveling at the alien beings before her. "We're glad we could help, Zilvarin. Please, come aboard. We have medical facilities ready if any of your people are injured." As the Lyrians were led to the medical bay, Zara couldn't help but feel a sense of pride in her crew and her species. They had faced an unknown threat and emerged victorious, all while saving an alien race. It was moments like these that reminded her why she had joined the Earth Alliance fleet. However, their victory was short-lived. As they were helping the last of the Lyrians aboard, a violent shudder ran through the ship. Zara's comm badge chirped urgently. "Captain to the bridge immediately." Ray's voice came through, tense and worried. Zara raced to the bridge, her heart pounding. As she burst through the doors, she saw the reason for Ray's concern. The viewscreen showed a massive ship emerging from FTL Travel, a ship that dwarfed even the Starlight Voyager. "It's the pirate mothership, Captain," Raj reported grimly. "And our little skirmish in the asteroid field seems to have gotten their attention." Zara's mind raced as she assessed their options. The Starlight Voyager was in no condition for another battle, especially against a ship of this size. They needed a plan, and fast. As she opened her mouth to give orders, the ship rocked violently. Warning klaxons blared as Raj shouted over the noise. "Direct hit to our starboard engine. We're losing power." Zara gripped her command chair, her knuckles white. They had saved the Lyrians from one threat, only to face an even greater danger. As the enormous pirate ship loomed before them, Zara knew that their true test was just beginning. The battle in the asteroid field had been won, but the war was far from over. With a damaged ship, a crew pushed to their limits, and a group of vulnerable aliens under their protection, Zara faced the greatest challenge of her career. The next few hours would determine not just their fate, but potentially the future of human-alien relations in the galaxy. As the pirate mothership prepared to fire again, Zara steeled herself for the fight ahead. Whatever happened next, she was determined to show the universe that humanity was a force to be reckoned with. The stars themselves seemed to hold their breath, waiting to see how this interstellar drama would unfold. The Quantum Nexus Gambit. As the massive pirate mothership loomed ominously before them, Captain Zara Novak's mind raced through possibilities at lightning speed. The Starlight Voyager was outgunned and damaged, but Zara wasn't about to give up. She had a crew to protect and newfound alien allies to defend. It was time for a truly audacious plan. "Reg, what's the status on that experimental quantum entanglement drive?" Zara asked, her eyes gleaming with a mix of desperation and inspiration. Ray's eyebrows shot up in surprise. "The QE drive. Captain, it's barely out of theoretical testing. We've never attempted a real space activation." "Well, there's no time like the present for a field test," Zara replied with a grim smile. "Chief Taurus, I need you to divert all available power to the QE drive. We're going to attempt a quantum leap. The bridge erupted into a flurry of activity as the crew scrambled to prepare for this unprecedented maneuver. The quantum entanglement drive was cutting-edge technology designed to create a temporary wormhole by manipulating the fabric of space-time itself. In theory, it could transport the ship vast distances instantaneously, but the risks were enormous. As the pirate mothership charged its main cannon, Zara opened a ship-wide channel. All hands, brace for quantum leap. This is going to get bumpy. With a deep breath, Zara gave the command, "Activate QE drive, now." The universe seemed to fold in on itself. The view screen became a kaleidoscope of impossible colors as Spacetime walked around the Starlight Voyager. For a moment that felt like eternity, the ship existed everywhere and nowhere at once. Then, with a violent lurch, they snapped back into normal space. The pirate mothership was gone, replaced by an awe-inspiring sight that made even the seasoned crew gasp in wonder. Before them stretched a vast, shimmering web of energy, pulsing with colors that defied description. Strands of pure light interconnected at glowing nexus points, creating a three-dimensional lattice that seemed to go on forever. "By all the stars," Raj whispered, his voice filled with awe. "Captain, I think we discovered the quantum nexus." The quantum nexus was the stuff of scientific legend, a hypothetical network of quantum-entangled pathways that connected distant parts of the universe. If real, it could revolutionize space travel and our understanding of the cosmos. Zilvarin, the Lyrian leader, entered the bridge, their bioluminescent skin pulsing with excitement. "You found it." They communicated telepathically, their mental voice filled with reverence. "The ancients' gift to the universe. We thought it was just a myth." As the crew marveled at the cosmic wonder before them, Zora's tactical mind was already racing ahead. "If we can navigate this nexus," she mused aloud, "we might be able to outmaneuver the pirates for good. Maybe even find a safe haven for the Lyrians." But their moment of awe was short-lived. A proximity alarm blared, and Raj's console lit up with warnings. "Captain, multiple ships emerging from the nexus strands. It's the pirates. Somehow they followed us." Zora's eyes narrowed as she took in the situation. The pirate fleet was scattered across the nexus, clearly as disoriented by the quantum leap as her own crew. This was their chance. "Helm, plot a course through the nexus. Use the strands to keep us hidden," Zora ordered. "Reg, work with Zilvarin. See if the Lyrians have any insight on navigating this network." As the Starlight Voyager dived into the glowing web of quantum pathways, a cosmic game of cat and mouse began. The ship darted from strand to strand, using the pulsing energy flows to mask their signature from the pursuing pirates. Zilvarin's telepathic abilities proved invaluable, allowing them to sense disturbances in the nexus and predict safe passages. The Lyrians' consciousness seemed to merge with the ship's systems, guiding them through the cosmic labyrinth with uncanny precision. But the pirates were relentless. As the chase wore on, Zara realized they needed more than evasive maneuvers. They needed to turn the nexus itself into a weapon. "Chief Taurus," Zara called out, "can we use the QE drive to create a controlled quantum fluctuation in the nexus strands?" Taurus' voice came back, a mix of excitement and trepidation. "It's possible, Captain, but it would be like setting off a firecracker in a powder keg. We could destabilize the entire network." Zara weighed the risks. It was dangerous, potentially catastrophic, but it might be their only chance. "To it," she commanded. "Target the strand nearest the main pirate vessel." As they approached a massive nexus point, Taurus activated the QE drive. The ship shuddered as a pulse of quantum energy shot into the glowing strand. For a moment, nothing happened. Then, like a cosmic string being plucked, the strand began to vibrate violently. The vibration spread rapidly, causing a cascading reaction through the nexus. Strands of energy whipped wildly, lashing out at the nearby pirate ships. The pirates, caught off guard by the sudden chaos, were tossed about like leaves in a storm. "It's working," Raj exclaimed. "The pirates are losing formation. Their ships are being pulled into the quantum currents." Zora allowed herself a moment of triumph, but she knew they weren't out of danger yet. The Nexus was becoming increasingly unstable, threatening to tear itself apart. "Helm, get us out of here," Zora ordered. "Find us an exit strand now." The Starlight Voyager surged forward, riding the quantum currents as the Nexus collapsed behind them. With Zilvaran's guidance and the crew's expert maneuvering, they managed to find a stable strand leading out of the chaos. With a final burst from the Keeley drive, they shot out of the Nexus, emerging in a quiet sector of space far from where they had started. The pirate fleet was nowhere to be seen, presumably scattered across the galaxy by the Nexus collapse. As the crew caught their breath, trying to process the incredible events they had just experienced, Zara turned to Zilvaran. The Lyrian's eyes shimmered with a mix of gratitude and something deeper, a profound respect. "Captain Novak," Zilvaran communicated, their mental voice filled with emotion. "You and your crew have not only saved us, but potentially changed the course of galactic history. The discovery of the quantum nexus, even in its now disrupted state, will reshape our understanding of the universe." Zara nodded, the weight of their accomplishments settling on her shoulders. They had faced impossible odds, ventured into the unknown, and emerged victorious. But more than that, they had forged a bond between humans and Lyrians that transcended the boundaries of space and species. As the Starlight Voyager set a course for the nearest starbase, Zara knew that their adventure was far from over. The galaxy had just become a much smaller, and yet infinitely more complex, place. The age of quantum exploration was dawning, and humanity, hand in hand with their new Lyrian allies, would be at the forefront. The stars seemed to shine a little brighter as the ship moved forward, carrying with it the promise of a new era of cosmic discovery and interstellar cooperation. The quantum nexus gambit had paid off, and the universe would never be the same again. The chronosynapse enigma. The Starlight Voyager emerged from the quantum slipstream, its hull still vibrating from the intense journey through the collapsed nexus. As the ship's systems stabilized, Captain Zara Novak and her crew found themselves in an unfamiliar sector of space, far from any charted territories. "Status report," Zara commanded, her voice steady despite the lingering adrenaline from their narrow escape. Raig's fingers danced across his console. "All systems operational, Captain. But there's something odd about our chronometers. They seem to be fluctuating." Before Zora could respond, a blinding flash of light engulfed the bridge. When it faded, the crew gasped in collective awe. The view screen showed a breathtaking sight, a massive, pulsating structure that defied conventional physics. It resembled a colossal neural network, with synapses of pure energy connecting what appeared to be fragments of different time periods. "By the cosmos," Zilvaran whispered telepathically, their bioluminescent skin flickering with excitement. "It's the chronosynapse, a nexus point where multiple timelines converge." Dr. Chen, who had joined them on the bridge, leaned forward, her scientific curiosity piqued. "A temporal confluence. That's theoretically impossible." "Apparently not," Zara mused, her mind racing with the implications. "Raj, scan that structure. What are we dealing with?" As Raj began his analysis, another flash of light burst across the bridge. This time, when it cleared, the crew found themselves face to face with themselves. Standing before them were exact duplicates of Captain Novak and her senior staff, but they looked older, battle-worn, and carried themselves with a gravity that spoke of years of hardship. The older Zara stepped forward, her eyes locking with her younger self. "We don't have much time," she said urgently. "The chronosynapse is collapsing, and with it, the future of the entire galaxy." The younger Zara, overcoming her initial shock, straightened her posture. "Explain, quickly." The destruction of the quantum nexus had far-reaching consequences, the older Zara continued. It triggered a cascading temporal anomaly that's threatening to unravel the very fabric of spacetime. In our timeline, the galaxy is in chaos. Entire civilizations have been wiped from existence. The gravity of the situation settled over the bridge like a heavy shroud. The younger Zara's mind raced, processing the unprecedented scenario before her. What can we do? The older Zara activated a holographic display showing a complex diagram of the Chronos synapse. We've developed a theory. If we can stabilize the core of the synapse, we might be able to reset the temporal fluctuations and prevent the catastrophic future we've lived through. But, the older Rage interjected, it's going to take both of our ships working in perfect synchronization. We'll need to execute a multiphasic tachyon burst at precise coordinates within the synapse. As the two crews began to work together, melding their knowledge and experiences, Zilvarin and their older counterpart joined their consciousness, creating a telepathic link that spanned timelines. This unique connection allowed them to perceive the intricate temporal currents flowing through the Chronos synapse. We'll need to navigate the temporal eddies, the merged Zilvarin consciousness explained. One wrong move, and we could be torn apart by the conflicting time streams. The next few hours were a flurry of intense preparation. Both versions of Chief Taurus worked to modify the ship's deflector arrays to emit the specialized tachyon bursts. The Chens collaborated on calculating the precise moment of temporal alignment when their efforts would have the greatest effect. As they worked, Zara couldn't help but study her older self, noting the lines of worry etched into her face, the streaks of gray in her hair. What hardships had she endured? What difficult choices had she been forced to make? The weight of potential futures pressed down on Zara's shoulders, strengthening her resolve to succeed. Finally, the moment of truth arrived. Both Starlight Voyagers moved into position, their hulls shimmering with the strange energies of the Chronos synapse. All hands, brace for temporal insertion, Zara commanded, her voice echoing across both ships and timelines. With a burst of energy, the ships plunged into the heart of the synapse. The view outside became a kaleidoscope of fragmented realities. Glimpses of possible futures and alternate pasts flashed by, worlds at peace, galaxies at war, civilizations rising and falling in the blink of an eye. Steady, the older Zara cautioned. We're approaching the core nexus point. As they neared their target, the ships began to shudder violently. Alarms blared as the conflicting temporal energies threatened to tear them apart. Hulls are breaching. Raj shouted over the chaos. We're losing structural integrity. Reroute all power to the deflector array, Zara ordered, her knuckles white as she gripped her command chair. We've got one shot at this. In perfect unison, both ships fired their tachyon bursts. The beams converged at the heart of the Chronos synapse, creating a blinding explosion of temporal energy. For a moment, time itself seemed to stand still. Then, with a thunderous roar, the synapse began to stabilize. The fragmented timelines slowly realigned, the chaotic energies calming into a steady, pulsating rhythm. As the light faded and the ships drifted clear of the now stable Chronos synapse, Zara turned to her older self, expecting to see relief. Instead, she was met with a bittersweet smile. You did it, the older Zara said softly. You've changed the future. Our timeline, it's fading. The crew watched in awe as their future selves began to shimmer and fade, the altered timeline taking hold. Remember, the older Zara said, her form becoming translucent, the choices you make, the alliances you forge, they ripple across time and space. The future of the galaxy rests in your hands. With those final words, the future crew vanished, leaving behind a profound silence on the bridge. Zara took a deep breath, turning to face her crew, her family. Well, she said, a hint of a smile playing on her lips, it looks like we have a bright future to build. As the Starlight Voyager set a course away from the Chronos synapse, Zara knew that their adventure was far from over. They had glimpsed the infinite possibilities of time and space, and now bore the responsibility of shaping a better future for all sentient beings. The stars seemed to wink at them as they engaged their warp drive, carrying with them the hopes and dreams of countless timelines. The chronosynapse enigma had been solved, but the greatest adventures still lay ahead, waiting to be written across the vast canvas of the cosmos. The resonance of eternity. As the Starlight Voyager glided through the quantum wake left by the stabilized chronosynapse, an eerie calm settled over the ship. The crew, still processing the mind-bending encounter with their future selves, found themselves in a reflective mood. Captain Zara Novak stood at the viewport, her gaze fixed on the shimmering stars beyond, each one now a reminder of the infinite possibilities they had glimpsed. Suddenly, a low, melodic hum began to reverberate through the ship. At first, it was barely perceptible, more felt than heard, but as moments passed, it grew in intensity, resonating with the very atoms of the vessel. "Captain," Raj called out, his voice tinged with urgency, "I'm picking up some kind of harmonic frequency. It's permeating the entire ship." Before Zora could respond, Silvarin's eyes widened, their bioluminescent skin pulsing in sync with a mysterious vibration. "It's the song of the cosmos." They communicated telepathically, all evident in their mental voice. An ancient Lyrian legend. I never believed it could be real. As if responding to Silvarin's recognition, the humming intensified. The air itself seemed to shimmer, and suddenly, holographic projections sprang to life all around them. But these were unlike any holograms they had ever seen. They were vivid, tangible, as if reality itself was being rewritten around them. The bridge of the Starlight Voyager melted away, replaced by a vast, ethereal chamber. Surrounding them were beings of pure energy, their forms constantly shifting and flowing. At the center of the chamber stood a colossal crystalline structure, pulsating with colors beyond human comprehension. One of the energy beings approached, its voice resonating directly in their minds. "Welcome, voyagers of the cosmic tide. We are the harmonics, keepers of the universal resonance." Zara, her diplomatic training kicking in despite her astonishment, stepped forward. "I am Captain Zara Novak of the Starlight Voyager. We come in peace and in search of understanding." The harmonics form shimmered with what seemed like approval. "Your actions at the chronosynapse have not gone unnoticed. You have proven yourselves worthy of the next great challenge." "Challenge?" Zara inquired, a curiosity piqued. "The universe is but one note in a grand cosmic symphony," the harmonic explained. "What you call reality is merely a frequency, a vibration in the great song of existence. But the song is faltering, discordant. The resonance must be restored, or all of creation may unravel." As if to emphasize the point, the crystalline structure at the center of the chamber emitted a jarring, dissonant tone. The crew winced, feeling the wrongness of it in their very bones. "The harmonic spire," Zolvarin whispered in awe. "It's said to be the tuning fork of reality itself." The harmonic nodded, its form rippling. "Indeed, and now it requires recalibration. But this task cannot be accomplished by us alone. It requires a synergy of all sentient frequencies, a harmony of diverse consciousnesses." Zora's mind raced with the implications. "You're saying you need our help, but how can we possibly?" Her words were cut short as the chamber around them began to shift and morph. Suddenly, they were no longer in a singular location, but everywhere at once. They could see the entire universe spread out before them, countless galaxies and civilizations, all connected by shimmering threads of resonant energy. "Behold the cosmic weave," the harmonic intoned. "Each thread a lifetime, each knot a decision point. Your actions have already begun to reverberate across the fabric of existence. But to truly heal the dissonance, you must embark on the great attunement." Images flashed before them, ancient artifacts scattered across the galaxy, each humming with a unique frequency. The ocarina of nebular birth, the strings of solar winds, the percussion of pulsars. Cosmic instruments waiting to be played in a universal orchestra. You must gather these resonance keys, the harmonic continued. Only when brought together can they recalibrate the harmonic spire and restore balance to the cosmic weave. The magnitude of the task was overwhelming. Zara looked to her crew, seeing a mix of determination and trepidation on their faces. This was beyond anything they had ever encountered, a mission that would take them to the very edges of known space and beyond. "We accept," Zara said firmly, surprising even herself with the conviction in her voice. "We'll find these resonance keys and restore the harmony of the universe." The harmonics form brightened, sending waves of approval washing over the crew. Then let the great attunement begin. But be warned, there are those who thrive in dissonance, who seek to shatter the cosmic weave for their own chaotic ends. The Discord Collective will stop at nothing to prevent you from succeeding. With a final resonant hum, the ethereal chamber faded away, leaving the crew back on the bridge of the Starlight Voyager. But they were forever changed, their consciousness expanded by the cosmic vision they had witnessed. Zara turned to her crew, her eyes alight with determination. "Well, it looks like we've got a universe to tune. Helm, set a course for the first resonance key. Let's make some music." As the Starlight Voyager leaped into warp, the stars themselves seemed to sing around them. The hunt for the resonance keys had begun, a cosmic scavenger hunt with the fate of all existence hanging in the balance. Little did they know that light years away, in the shadows between galaxies, the Discord Collective was already stirring. Dark ships of impossible geometries began to move, their hulls thrumming with anti-harmonics, designed to unravel the very fabric of space-time. The stage was set for a celestial opera unlike any other, a battle of resonance and dissonance that would echo across eternity. And at the heart of it all, Captain Zara Novak and her crew, armed with nothing but their wits, their courage, and the newfound ability to hear the song of the cosmos. As they raced towards their first destination, Zara couldn't help but smile. They had started this journey as explorers, become saviors of time itself, and now found themselves cosmic musicians on an impossible quest. Whatever challenges lay ahead, she knew one thing for certain: the universe was about to hear humanity's voice ring out across the stars. The resonance of eternity had begun, and every sentient being in existence was about to become part of the greatest symphony ever played.